God, I'm so embarrassing. Every time I open my mouth, I'm just embarrassed by myself. And then like, I'm like, it's fine. I'm gonna post it anyway. I feel like no matter what, I look like shit whenever I want to film videos. And I think it's so interesting that I so recklessly post videos. I have realized that I have a lot of favorite shows that I don't talk about on the internet. So I started this channel with Steven Universe, then I went on to Black Lightning. I did an episode of like Recovery Road. I've done like a few different things, but like a lot of things on my channel. And I don't think I've ever talked about a Netflix show, so I figured I'd give it a go with this one right here. I love how I did this, like she's the main character and technically like she's not, but anyway. So basically I figured I would just get on here and make a quick video about Shera and the Princesses of Power on Netflix. So I have actually watched the show since I think the day it came out, because I saw a commercial for it one day after work and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this. And it was really good and I liked it from season 1 up until now, because we're in season 3 and I can't believe that we're at season 3 and I've never made a video about it, but at the same time I can because I'm a piece of shit. I just really wanted to talk about this awesome show. And I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet and simple, because like honestly, like I think I'm gonna come back to it after season 4 drops and like cry into the camera if it'll ever focus. I think I'm focused now. I don't have my glasses on so I can't see anyway, so if this whole video is out of focus, whoops. I'm pretty sure everyone who's ever watched any of my TV show videos has already seen the show or is coming for like an overview or a detailed review. So I figured, you know, why don't I just like do it with Shera too? Because like she was like really good. And I've rewatched it now I think 3 times since the commercial for season 4 dropped, which is probably a problem. I should be careful. But let's get into it. So the revamped Shera and the Princesses of Power, which is the 2017 or 2018 Netflix version versus the version from the 80s, is about Adora and Catra. Yeah, I'm gonna say and Catra too, because like she's there too, you know. It's about Adora and Catra, and it's about how these 2 girls are working for the wrong side of the war, and one of the girls lately realizes that she's on the wrong side of the war. At the same time, she realizes that she's like a princess in herself, and she just like switches sides and becomes like the brave leader of the princess rebellion against the Horde. And the Horde is like just like this really dark technology based evil people. I don't know. I don't ever do research before before I make these videos. I just kind of just start talking in front of a camera and then be like, hope it works out. But yeah, basically, Shera / Adora basically realizes that she's on the wrong side of the war when she meets 2 people who work with the rebellion, and she also finds this really magical sword. And when she picks up this sword, she feels like this certain type of energy and power within her, and it makes her feel like she wants to keep the sword. But she finds it at the same time as Glimmer and Bow. And Glimmer and Bow are 2 people that work for the Princess Rebellion. Glimmer is a princess, and then Bow is just Bow, which is a really cute boy who wears crop tops, which I have mad respect for. Like, what boy wears a crop top in this day and age? Like, chef's kiss. So when Shera discovers that she is like basically in love with the sword and she has a connection with the sword, she sticks around with Glow. Bow and Glimmer meet Adora, and they discover that she's not as bad as she seems. And when they finally let her get the sword, they kind of realize that she's a princess in herself, and then they want to take her in and have her become a part of the rebellion who is fighting the Horde. But at the same time, Adora has had an entire life with the Horde since she was born. They found her as an orphan and they raised her as their own. And both she and Catra had a like mother figure named Shadow Weaver, who was essentially a terrible person, who treated Adora like Adora had to be perfect, Adora had to be the best, Adora had to be amazing, which put a lot of guilt on Adora, made Adora feel like she had to be perfect, she had to save the world, she had to be that hero, even though she was on the side of the Horde. Like, she felt like she had to be like the top person at all times, and then if she wasn't, she felt like a lot of guilt, and she always felt very guilty whenever bad things would happen. While Catra, who's raised by the same woman, Shadow Weaver, is always told that she's second best, is always told that she's not good enough, is always told that she's a pet versus a person who has their own feelings, beliefs, and energies. She's treated like garbage towards, like, from Shadow Weaver, because Shadow Weaver's so focused on Adora and having Adora be the best that Catra's over here and Catra has to be on the bottom versus at the top with Adora. They can't ever be equals in Shadow Weaver's eyes, and that bleeds into Catra's own feelings towards Adora, even though they're best friends and they love each other to death. And the reason I like Shera so much is because it goes in so deeply about character connection, even though it is very plot based, and Shera becomes this princess and then she's fighting the rebellion and she's trying to get the Princess Rebellion up to fight the Horde and defeat the Horde altogether. It's still very much, especially in season 1, about Catra and Adora, who are two sides of the same coin, fighting on different sides of the war, and it's so compelling. And then also, like, the relationship with Shadow Weaver and Catra is so interesting because, like, not everyone has a good mom, and, like, I feel like that's not something we don't talk about. Like, we love talking about, like, shitty dads and, like, not having good dads in, like, television and in TV, but what if you have a bad mom? And I love that. Oh my god, because I feel like this hasn't really been done before in a children's show and, like, a teen show that makes me feel seen and, like, represented. Like, so that's really cool for me. Every single side character is amazing in Shera. Literally every single fucking one is so amazing. Like, and I love that because every single character has their own life, has their own identity, and we slowly get to seep into it. So even though Shera / Adora is the main character, and I'm out of focus, I adore every single character in this show except the horse. If the horse would have just stayed a horse, I would have been satisfied, but then he became Swiftwind and he has a personality of a bland horse, and I just I could really live without the horse. I could 100% live without the horse, but the horse has only had like 2 episodes anyway, so, like, I can kind of just ignore him, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes. Anyway, the best episode in the entire series, the best episode in the entire series was Princess Prom. I have nothing else to say. Like, Princess Prom was so good. I ate the shit up. I ate it up. I thought it was amazing, and it was so interesting, and it was so compelling, and watching it back for the second time made me remember that Princess Prom was not a fever dream. Princess Prom was real. Like, that was a real episode. That actually happened in real life. Like, I was like, oh god, that was real. Like, I didn't make that up in my head. Every single character is going to go through, like, character growth and, like, is going to branch out and become more. And we have so many different stories to tell. And then it's crazy because each episode is only, like, 25 minutes long. And it's, like, the best 25 minutes of my life every time there's an episode. There's never been, like, an episode where I was like, oh, this is so slow. I hate this. Like, it's all, oh my god. I eat it up. I eat the shit up. It's so good. It's so good. Even though the Horde is technically, like, the bad side and the Horde is not the right side of the war, I still want the people in the Horde to win because of the storytelling. I want Catra to win. I want Lonnie to win. I want to see Kyle, like, be happy on screen for one time. I love the kids of the Horde, and I really hope that we get more into them, especially now that we're adding another character for season 4. I really hope that we can get, like, a Horde centered episode where I can just, like, eat it up and, like, cry. Scorpia is my home skillet biscuit. I love Scorpia. Everyone needs a Scorpia in their lives, and I feel like I'm out of focus. Now that I'm slightly back in focus, I'm going to continue. I really feel like everyone needs a Scorpia, and I'm out of focus again. It just doesn't want me to talk about Scorpia. That's fine. I really feel like everyone needs a Scorpio in their life though. She's so sweet and she's so supportive, and she kind of knows that her friends are a little, you know, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but she still kind of goes with the flow anyway, and she just wants everyone to be happy. She's very self-aware. She knows so much, and whenever like Catra is having like a mental breakdown, she does the right thing and the wrong thing at the same time. She does what she knows to do for someone who is upset, and she kind of she can bring them down, even though it like might upset them because it's not what they're used to. You know, love and affection doesn't happen in the Horde. Scorpio still brings that to the table, and she's still she's changing the game in herself, and I think Scorpio is going to be one of the main reasons that whatever happens, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know what's going to happen plot wise, like moving forward, and I don't want to spoil it yet. But I really think Scorpio might be the key to everything, and I think that's so silly. But like, I think emotionally Scorpio can make other people open up and to be brave and to be honest with themselves and their feelings and, you know, all that goofy shit. So I think that will be really compelling, like, moving forward. Season 1 was mostly about Catra and Adora. Season 2 was still about Catra and Adora, but it was about Adora over here and like Catra over there. They weren't as together. And then in season 3 everything just goes to shit. So let's get into the real spoiler like the real spoilers of like this little thing that I'm doing right now. As you can tell by my shirt, I'm a Catra stan. Catra has never really done anything wrong in her entire life. One thing I really love about Catra is that since the get-go, from season 1, we have seen her be entirely controlled by her emotions. Catra has never done anything because it's the right thing to do, or because it's the wrong thing to do, or because she wants people to feel some type of way. In a sense, it's all about her, and she's being very selfish in that way because now Adora's gone. Adora isn't there anymore. She wants people to forget about Adora, and she wants them to focus on her, and Adora has had her heart broken by Adora, by Shadow Weaver, by Hordak, by everyone who's ever made her feel like she was less than what she really is. Now she's like, I'm going to take everything that I've never gotten, and I am going to step on everyone to get there, because no one is ever going to be able to hurt me ever again. And in a few ways, I respect that so much, because she's just one of those people who isn't really a villain, but she isn't a hero either. She's like an anti-hero in a sense, where it's like she's doing the wrong things for the right reasons. Because in a few different senses, Catra is like really trying to take care of herself. She's really putting up all these walls just to keep herself safe, to make herself feel better. And she doesn't want to let anyone in because she doesn't want anyone else to hurt her like Adora has. Adora was a huge part of her life. They've been best friends since they were children. I think they've been with each other their entire lives, and then Adora just leaves her. She left her. And one thing that I love about this show is, I said this earlier, but it's all about like communication. The entire relationship between Adora and Catra, everything that's happening between them is literally just because of miscommunications. And if that doesn't relate to real life, I don't know what does. So Adora is being pulled and pushed by her need to do the right thing, the need to fix everything, the need to be better. Once she realizes she's on the wrong side of the war, she's like, I have to fix everything that I have been a part of breaking. I need to save the world. She has that complex about herself because of Shadow Weaver, because she is Shera, because she has the sword, because she just needs to do the right thing. So she's like, if that means I have to leave Catra behind, then so be it. Hopefully I can come back and have her change her mind and she'll do the right thing. While Catra, on the other hand, knows that she's on the wrong side of the war, knows that she's being manipulated by Shadow Weaver, by Hordak, by the entire Horde, and she still stays anyway because she had Adora. And Adora was all she needed. And she and Adora had said to each other, we're going to take care of each other forever. We're going to be each other's person. We are going to love each other, and we're going to take over the world together. So then when Adora left to become Shera with these people that she had only known for 5 minutes compared to Catra, who she's known her entire life, she's like, you left me because I'm not good enough. You left me because you don't want me anymore. You left me. You left me. Not you left the Horde. You left me personally. And because she feels like Adora left her, she doesn't want to go with her, even though she loves her. And I think that's, oh, God, sweet, sweet angst. Oh, I love my fresh cup of angst in the morning. God, it's so good. Like, what a compelling story. Because, like, literally, if they just would stop and, like, talk to each other without animosity and would just be completely honest about their feelings, this whole beef could be squashed. But, like, I mean, who even knows how to communicate correctly? Like in 2019, we're supposed to know how to talk to each other. What are you talking about? I don't know anything about communication. I suck. And as we dive in deeper to all of these other characters, we have Bo and Glimmer, who have been best friends their entire lives and have been each other's only friend within the Princess Rebellion. As soon as Bo starts making other friends, Glimmer feels so attacked by that, and she's like, almost like, how dare you have other friends than me? How dare you not give me all of your, like, love and affection? How dare I have to share you with someone that isn't Adora, who we both adore, in a sense? She's like, what do you mean you're gonna do things without me? Because it was always Bo and Glimmer, and then it was Bo, Glimmer, and Adora. It was never Bo, Perfuma, Glitter. Like, that was its own separate entity, and she was like, what is that? I don't know what that is. I don't like that. This is weird. I'm not okay with this. And that was awesome. Because, like, I'm one of those people, too, where it's like, when I get very attached, I don't want to see you attached to anyone else. Like, one of my friends had another friend, and whenever she would talk about him, I'd be like, yeah, like, what's he got to do with this? Like, oh. And then we probably have, like, the saddest relationship with which is Scorpia and Catra, because Scorpia sees the best in people, and she's like, yeah, Catra's gonna love me. Catra's gonna be that person for me. Catra's gonna be my best friend. And then Catra, like, low-key does not give a shit about her because she's so focused on her goal and kind of, like, ruining Adora's life and making Adora regret leaving her, that she doesn't even realize that she's hurting Scorpia. And then, like, Catra, oh god, that poor baby cat, she just, like, just revels in evil, and she just, like, you just watch her slowly go like, okay, and then she's just down, and she's just like a bad person. She's not a bad person. She's just fueled by anger. And I mean, who isn't nowadays? We're just not the leaders of the wrong side of the war. And poor Catra gets devoured by everything. Every time she thinks that she's won, every time that she thinks that she's, like, on top, she gets slammed into the ground, like, literally, like, body slammed into the ground, like, hey, by the way, you're still not shit, by everyone, by Shadow Weaver, by Hordak, by even, honestly, by, like, Adora and all of her friends that kind of leave her behind, in a sense. And then instead of just, like, being sad, she takes all of her sadness, turns it into anger, builds a wall up around her emotions, and then beats the shit out of everybody that she can. Like, she beats the shit out of Adora, she beats up Glimmer, she beats up Bo, she beats up everybody, because she's just trying to win. But at the end of the day, I feel like even if she wins, even if she gets everything she wants, she's still going to be unsatisfied, because she's not going to have Adora in the way she wants. Because let's be honest, we know how she wants Adora. Catra and Adora are in love with each other, and they don't want to admit it, but I feel it deep in my bones and in my crevices. If you've seen Princess Prom, you're like, okay, that's a little gay. That's a little gay. And I want Catra and Adora to be endgame so bad. I feel like I've never wanted an endgame so badly, especially in a show that has absolutely no romance. I'm like, can they just be in love? Like, if they can just, like, talk it out, apologize to each other, and fall in love all over again, and then, like, the show just ends, I'll be so happy. Like, if it ends like that, I would combust. I would actually combust. Like, I would actually combust. Do you see how I'm, like, shaking my head? Like, yes, like, make that happen. It's so good. And then one thing that I love about the show, I forgot to say this earlier, I love Entrapta. I love Entrapta's story, and I love where things were going with Hordak. But Catra sent her to Beast Island. Like, what do we do with that? Like, and then, like, she was nowhere in the new trailer. And I thought her and Hordak were, like, really becoming friends, and they were going to be, like, super close. And I was really interested in seeing what that was going to look like, because, like, I'm not mad at it. I don't hate it. So I really wanted to see what was going to happen with that. And then, like, she got sent to Beast Island. So I don't know if she's just going to be one of those characters, like, we never see again. Or if she's just not going to be in the season. Or if she's going to come back for season 5. I don't know. I don't know. But, I don't know. We'll see. I think my favorite thing plot-wise was when Adora and her crew at the same time went to the Crimson Waste at the same time as Catra and her crew, and I thought that was so funny. They were just like, maybe like, ooh. They were maybe just like a day behind each other, and I thought that was so funny. And watching how Adora and her team take on the Crimson Waste versus how Catra takes on the Crimson Waste with her crew, and seeing how they both end up in the same place predominantly at the same time in 2 very different ways was super interesting. And there were 2 really cool characters in there that I don't remember the names of, but there was one like really big purple lady, and then like a lizard guy. Was he a lizard guy or a dragon guy? I don't know. He was cool too. I liked him, and I like how Catra stole his jacket, and that was awesome. And I don't know, I will support anything this girl does. I feel like I like her so much is because, like, she represents all of the anger I have inside me that I don't let out. And if I, like, ever decided to go, like, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and, like, start a war, like, I would actually be Catra. But it's funny because I took a BuzzFeed quiz on which Shera character I am, and I got Adora, and I was like, okay, that's fine too. I love Adora. She's just a big jock lesbian who has no idea what the fuck is going on, and then Catra is just this angry cat lady. And I don't know. This show is just a fucking mess. It's so funny. And then we're getting a non-binary character, which is really cool because I really need to get myself used to using they them pronouns, and I think that's gonna help me a lot. So shout out to me. And oh my god, and then this fandom is so talented. The fan fiction, chef's kiss. The fan art, even better. Like, Noelle, the creator herself, is just a genius. I can't believe that I've lived so long without this show. Like, I say that like I didn't watch it as soon as it came out, but like if this show had been around like my entire life, oh my god, I'd be a different human than who I am right now. But I think that's all. I think that's all I have to say. I think that might be it. I think I'm finished. This was actually a really quick video. It's only like 30 minutes. Oh my god, this video is only like 30 minutes long. That's so crazy. But I'm gonna go watch Jennifer's Body, and at the end of the day, Shera and the Princesses of Power on Netflix is amazing. It's so good. It's so good. I can't believe how good it is. I'm like literally shocked. Well, I'm not shocked. I mean, it's like not surprised or disappointed. It's just really good. It's just really good. Like, at the end of the day, it's just a really good show. And it makes me feel good. And I like to watch it, like, when my mom, like, yells at me and tells me that, like, she'll never love me. Like, I just, like, will cry and put on Shera, and I'll feel better in, like, 3 hours. I'm gonna go. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. What's your favorite part of Shera? Who's your favorite character? If you took that same BuzzFeed quiz, what character did they give you? Who are you most like? And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!